Okay. Next, we have legal aid resources. And so the community law program is here. It provides free civil legal services to financially eligible Pinellas County residents and qualified nonprofit organizations by recruiting, training, and it's all written right here, and I'm just reading it out loud, and supporting volunteer attorneys and law students within the community. We have Rachel Stranger, who's the executive director, and we have Brooks Fusselman, who is the staff housing attorney.
I think it's Stanger for Rachel.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry. You know
you're
what?
okay.
Until I bored,
It's all good. It's
Kim
hard
is going to get me.
with the ribbon of names up there. I get it. No
Well,
worries.
especially because it doesn't help that my first name starts with an R, so you just read in the stranger.
I mean, you are a
There,
stranger to some people here,
it
so
is
it's all
just
good.
Stinger. I apologize. Thank you so. Take it away.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was going to share my screen, but I was locked out of it, so I'll send you guys a
You
pretty
should you
PowerPoint
should
afterwards.
be you should be good to go now,
Oh,
Rachel. I'm
great.
sorry
All right,
about
cool.
that.
You're good. All right, perfect. All right, so we are community law program. You guys know Kim Rogers well. She is my predecessor who really built the community law program over the last 20 years, and we are here in her shadow and her footsteps. We are one local legal aid within Pinellas County. And then for I'll send this all to you later, but we were formed about 36 years ago by members of the St. Pete Bar Association, and part of our mission is not just to do pro bono legal assistance representation, but it's also to educate our community about legal rights and responsibilities and do community outreach, which we're really excited about. This is our 22nd presentation this year. I counted. I'm really excited to be building upon that and getting out there. So definitely call us if you have any small or large topic that you want us to present on a legal way. Here's some pictures of us and who we are and what we do. As you can tell, again, we're legal aids. So there's not like a lot of fun pictures that we can show and talk about, but a little variety, a little courtroom, little interviewing and counseling, and a picture of some of our volunteers as well as the judges that we work with. And since we're short on time, I'll let you guys read that later. We are located right in the heart of downtown, right between the South County Civil Courthouse and the almost new, almost ready second DCA. We're right next to a bunch of free bus stops as well. And most of the stuff that we do is virtual as well. So we are all about accessibility for our clients and for those that need help for us. So getting to the who we help. Depending on what our grant funding is, we help anyone whose household is about 200% of the federal poverty guidelines, which I know you guys are all familiar with, that have assets less than 5,000. We have some grants that allow more. For example, we do have an heirs probate project within the city of St. Pete that allows 125% AMI. So if you're a resident of South St. Pete CRA, we can help make sure that the house that's been in your family forever can go through with a really high income bit limit, as well as making sure that everyone in the CRA, it's our goal to have everyone that lives there to get a free will and free advanced directives through us as well. That's a qualifying rate for that. Um, I thought this statistic was pretty interesting. Some of you may be familiar with our Pinellas Eviction Diversion Program that got preempted by the governor. We're still doing a ton of housing, and Brooks here is our housing attorney as well. I thought it was really interesting to see the increase after COVID that we went up to 56% of our cases now on average are within housing law. We have two different clinics each week in housing as well as having Brooks on staff here too. In addition, what our main areas of law are also family law, probate and estate capacity plan, like I mentioned. We do bankruptcy and consumer law as well, and a lot of other civil areas, such as when people are getting scammed, falls in consumer. We do rights restoration and expungements, basically anything that falls within the civil there. And I wanted to point out too, while we are in St. Pete, almost half our cases are not in St. Pete, in Pinellas. So we serve everyone in Pinellas County, or if your civil legal case has the venue in Pinellas County. So sometimes people may live in Tampa, but their case is with Judge Hellinger in St. Pete. We can help out. Again, you guys can see this later. The way we help people is that we have about 20 legal advice clinics every single month on different topics that we use volunteer attorneys for. So it's kind of like getting a free consultation with an expert in the field. We also represent people on a pro bono basis. So Brooks often goes to housing court on motions to determine rent, as often as the court will allow us to have them, as well as family law and probate and things like that. Again, I mentioned before our community education outreach. We have special projects that we do as well. One that is assisting young adults aging out of the foster care program. Any civil help that they may need through age 26, we're there to help them with. Whether it's that they entered into a bad contract where they have a 200% interest rate to buy a puppy, or they don't know how to sign a lease, we're there to help them with anything they may need, amongst other ones too. So here is our clinic schedule. As you can see, there's a lot of them, and we are mostly remote with a combination of in-person as well. Almost every single day, we have some kind of clinic going on. And I'd like to make a pitch too. If you guys see a legal need out there that we're not covering, or that our partners at Bay Area or Gulf Coast Legal Service are covering, please let us know because we'd love to make sure that we assist people more. For example, too, we also assist homebound clients and terminally ill end-of-life patients that may not be otherwise able to leave their home to get, for example, an advance directive. Not everyone does that, and it's an important thing to have. Um, yeah. Here's a couple of our special projects and a picture of Kim, like I always like to throw in there too. Um, do you want me to take a question right now, real quick, from Andrew?
It was up to you. I was just
Yeah, sure.
raising a hand. So I do apologize. I've been kind of multitasking right now, but what is the name of the law firm?
It's community law program.
Okay, so it's a program that is connected with which law firm?
No, we're legal aid. So we're a nonprofit law firm. So we started off as a pro bono project of the St. Pete Bar exam in the 80s. Um, and now we are similar to, like, you probably know Bay Area Legal Service or Gulf Coast
Yes,
Legal
yeah,
Service.
I know
We're the same thing. We're just
personally
like
I
their
know them.
Yeah, yeah, we're just like their cute little sister size wise. And the three of us work really closely together to make sure that we're covering everyone that we can in Pinellas County. For
Okay.
example, Bay Area does a lot with veterans. Gulf Coast does a lot with immigrants.
Okay.
We all have our own kind of projects. We do a lot with, for example, our heirs probate project in Pinellas County. But it's a good question because people don't really know us because we're so much
Well,
smaller.
and
Yeah.
also, I do want to preface this with that social service is new to me.
Oh,
So all of the, I don't know. I know Bay Area because I was a part of United Way Suncoast, but I'm not really sure with when I'm dealing with a client that needs legal services. I've reached out to different ones, and not every service can really provide, you know.
well, it's true, but we also have a referral matrix between us. So, for example, we do something called guardian advocacy projects. And so we assist families to make sure their developmentally disabled adults or children who will become adults can be helped without getting a full-blown guardianship. That's not something that all the other ones do as well. Or, example, we don't touch immigration at all. So we refer those over to Gulf Coast when they're eligible for it.
Right. So my question is because so Gulf Coast, or if I call like Florida Hope, I think it's called one of
Florida Hope's not a
those.
legal aid, no. Not that I know of. No.
Okay.
Yep.
So if I call any legal aid, any resources, I'm speaking from, let's just say I'm just in this meeting as, a community person. So I need to reach out to legal aid. So you're saying that you're affiliated with these other legal
We work in
entities
partnership with them.
like,
So we are separate organizations. We have some grants that are overlapping as other services do, and we refer between each other. We're in meetings frequently about it. We go to conferences together. We're very collaborative with each other.
okay.
Figuratively speaking, we're kids playing in the same sandbox,
Yes.
But
Okay, yeah,
we
I'm
are
sorry.
our
Yeah.
own kid.
My brain
Right.
works
We're
through
not the
different
right
ways.
arm. We're our own kid, but
Yeah.
we're in the same sandbox.
All
Yeah.
right. Thanks, Brooks. I just sometimes I need those like
It's all good. No,
Understand the connections
when I
there.
signed up here, I was confused about exactly what we were doing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
read
Thank
our
you. Thank
origin
you.
story and it was kind of fuzzy. It's all good. No worries.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
No, no problem. And again, we're happy to help people as well. When you do call us. So I always like to make a pitch because you guys know Kim Rogers too. She created our award-winning Pinellas Eviction Diversion Program, which unfortunately got preempted. And so we can no longer do mediations pre-suit because of the laws up in Tallahassee, preventing them from doing it in Pinellas County. But we still also, with our housing, Brooks does not work alone. He has people that help him and help our clients connect with resources for rental assistance and help them with their application in time of need. We don't have rental assistance ourselves, but we want to make sure that we're giving them resources and kind of holding their hand for those that need it, and we have the ability to do so. And so if anyone does have rental assistance, we really prefer to work with people who are doing the rental assistance. I'll speak on behalf of Brooks, because we can interview, because Brooks can negotiate and our other attorneys can negotiate with the landlords when there's money involved. We can make sure that be on top of the cases and help make sure that the money is going to the tenants and not to the landlords on these kind of instances.
Yeah, and also reach out to our office too, because we've been going, like Rachel said, to a lot of these community events. We have quite a bit of, well, we're not per se, we don't specialize in job resources or training individuals. We have collected a lot of resources to direct people to those entities. Like the very first presenter, I think perhaps you were at the Pinellas County Works event that was in like August. Anyways, there were some other organizations that, offer stuff, whether it be training to get new skills, or if you have a prior conviction, how to explain it, or are there certain employers where they're okay with those types of, things
Right.
on your criminal record. They'll still work with you, because that is a big part of the component, like how we're related to the homelessness component is like essentially uh, we are what happens right before it. But also too, people reach out to us before the eviction suits are filed, and we want to try to get people to bounce back. And typically, like the strongest indicator of sustainability, as it's often called with the rental assistance agencies, is employment. So getting a well enough paying job with enough hours. Um, you know,
And buying time on the eviction side until they can get their first check, because
right.
that's
And
part of our job too.
that's the legal part.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the legal part that we
Or
we
have
try to
to.
help
build.
with both, right? Because
Yeah, they
I can
can
help with
build
the lawsuit
some.
some, but
Right.
yeah, sometimes it's a matter of helping people find jobs. So we try to help with that, or we try to point people in some of your guys' directions too.
Yeah.
And we love to look to, before people necessarily sign leases, they're welcome to ask questions to us about maybe what it means, or if they should. You can always try to say no, or something, but it's always better to object to a lease or to ask a question before you sign it. So if you're assisting individuals and they found housing and they're curious, does it look right? They're welcome to, to give
Come
a
see us for
warm
a clinic
referral,
beforehand.
as we call it, right? And your organization could kind of refer the case in, kind of give a succinct summary of what they need help with.
Yeah. And as a lot of you on this call know, in Florida, unfortunately, you can go from not paying your rent to evicted in about 2 weeks because of the summary procedure. So we count our victories in the number of days we get to keep our tenants in and the amount of rent that they don't have to pay back. And so
I
we
I
have,
do have another question. I'm sorry. So are you guys a law firm in terms of you represent or you just give advice? And are you licensed to practice in the state or are you
We are licensed to
just
practice, and
JDs?
the other one is it depends. Sometimes we represent, sometimes we don't. More often than
yeah.
not, we don't get involved to the point where the representation is necessary. But again, it depends. Sometimes it
It
is
depends.
Okay.
necessary.
It depends on the subject matter, but yes, Brooks and I are both licensed attorneys, as there are
Awesome.
5 other
Okay.
attorneys on staff and about 150 volunteers on a regular basis with us, all
Great.
licensed attorneys.
Cool. Thank you guys. I'm sorry I kind of took over the
Okay.
last
You're
seven
fine. No, it's
minutes,
important
which
questions.
seemed like 2 hours to some people, but I just had a couple questions. I just work with a lot of clients that have legal issues, and I've worked with other obviously providers in the community, but I was just interested. And also I'm close with Rich, like I've communicated with Rich and the Hub and different community providers. So I was just trying to ask questions. I
No, it's good
apologize if
because
it
we
was a
All
actually
good.
little.
we're lawyers, and so we speak like lawyers. So it's always good to
Yeah.
make sure that we're
Okay.
staying
Thank
on
you.
task.
Exactly. So you
Yeah,
guys are okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we get
And
it.
yeah. And so I include some flyers in there and I can send them out to you too. And so thank you guys for supporting us. If you want to contact, I added Crystal's email on here. She's a perfect person if you want us to come. Brooks loves to teach especially rental assistance navigators all about landlord tenant law and answer all your questions. But I like listening to it too. So please do call and talk to us and follow up, and we're here for you.
Yeah, preferably I would avoid picking up new cases because people learn a couple things by asking questions at events. It's easier to handle things before a lawsuit's filed, but it's hard to stand up for your rights if you don't know what your rights are in the first place.
Yep.
So I enjoy informing people about what their rights are and then if they've been violated, like how to go about walking the path to get some sort of compensation, typically maybe getting out of the lease or maybe getting the lease or the rent reduced, maybe get a security deposit back or whatever it may be, or just general advice.
Thank you all.
Was that a question?
Oh, there was another screen that was showing, I believe. So I wanted to share with everyone that all the PowerPoints will be sent out in the constant contact to all attendees after the meeting. And any questions that you have, go ahead and put them in the Q&A and we will follow up with those. But we thank you so much, Rachel and Brooks, and I will make sure to get the last name right in the future. Don't tell
Good.
Pam.
Oh,
If
no
she's here.
problem at all. No problem at
Yeah.
all.
Nice to
You
meet
you
you,
got the
though.
more difficult last name right,
Yeah,
to your
possibly.
Okay,
credit.
well, that's good.
Yeah, so that probably outweighs
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so much.